The non-traditional exercise that I'm going to be demonstrating and talking about in this video is the farmer's walk, or it's sometimes called the farmer's carry. And it's an exercise that's done in the strongman competition. The benefits of it are increased total body anaerobic endurance, increased back endurance, increased core strength and grip strength, and also a study by McGill, which I'll cite typed in my discussion post, but a study by McGill suggested that it could enhance traditional resistance training programs just because the exercise itself challenges different stabilizing systems in a different way than like traditional resistance training would do. And it also offers a unique activation pattern of the core. So for the video, I'm going to be using these dumbbells back here, which is the only equipment I have access to because of the pandemic, so I can't demonstrate any progressions or regressions of the exercise, so I'm just going to talk about them. So using a set of dumbbells is one of the easier ways to perform the farmer's walk just because the weight is evenly distributed on a dumbbell and the handle is easy to grip compared to something that was greater in circumference, which would challenge the grip strength. So a progression would be a kettlebell because it's more bottom heavy, and then from there you could use the actual bars they use in the strongman competition, or you could use varying loads instead of static loads, so like jugs of water, and obviously just heavier things is going to progress the exercise. Another thing that I came across while researching this is the speed that you go at. So in the strongman competition, they are going as fast as they can, so if you wanted to slow it down, that could make it easier. But again, it just depends on how you're trying to make it harder. If you're trying to make it harder in terms of grip strength, the core strength, the aerobic effects, so those are things to keep in mind. And then according to our textbook, half and triplet, which will be cited in the typed portion, this exercise is suggested only for advanced athletes who have high levels of strength, just because there's not a lot of current research about the safety of it. So that's something else to keep in mind. But from here, I'm going to demonstrate how to do the farmer's walk with dumbbells. During this part of the exercise, you need to make sure that your client understands how to properly pick up whatever they're picking up, so the dumbbell, the barbell, and that would be explained by basically proper deadlifting form, so make sure they have a good understanding of that before they go into this exercise. For the actual farmer's walk, the athlete needs to make sure that their core is tight and their shoulders are set back for proper form. So a couple cues for that would be, you could tell them to squeeze like back behind their armpits, and then for their core, you could tell them to press their belly button to their spine, or just use the simple exercise of telling them to pretend like they're going to get punched in their stomach to brace their core. So they need to have that in mind when they go through the walking portion of the farmer's walk. And then things to avoid would be having the shoulders rolled and hunched forward, or rocking up and down when they're walking, or just having their torso swaying back and forth or side to side. So next in the video, the athlete is just going to demonstrate a very short and slow farmer's walk due to the small amount of space that we have access to.